Okay, here we go. Hey guys, welcome. Yay, it's June now. Woohoo! All right, we're on a high still from convention. And so today is going to be a super fun call. You're not going to hear me doing a monologue the whole time, thank the Lord. Actually, to get started, I'm just going to pray really quick, and then I'll kind of go into the things that we had decided to chat about tonight. So, Lord, we just thank you for this day. We thank you for the opportunity we have to just work this Plexus business together. I just do pray that you would bless the work of our hands. I pray you'd just help us to be in tune tonight to the things that are shared, and just the tips and training and encouragement that so many of us have prepared for tonight. We just commit it all to you. We thank you. We thank you for each person here that's represented. Pray that you bless their business and encourage their hearts, Lord. We just thank you in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay. If you're not, I'm not seeing a lot of your faces, so if you want to click the little video on the left-hand side that says stop or start video, that way we can see your face. It'll be awesome. All right. Well, welcome everyone. So glad that you're on the call. Hey! I just wanted to say the whole last week, so last week was the end of May and convention week, and my mantra, even before all the craziness of the end of the month happened, was thankfulness. Like that, I just had in my brain, hashtag thankfulness and gratefulness. I'm so thankful for the Plexus opportunity, the people on our team, just the culture that we have. I'm just so thankful. Like the products have helped so many people. The business is blessing out. I don't know. It's just, I don't know even how to put it into words, but I'm so, so thankful. So many of you rallied around together to help me hit a big goal, and so many rank ups last month. And it's crazy to me. Let me grab something really quick. At convention, they had these seat covers. So they're cool. And when you're a jewel, you get to sit in the certain sections. So Carrie and I were in the section that said Emerald. And then on the last day of the month, our team ranked up to Sapphire. And so I had that goal for over a year. And it's when you hit a goal that you've had for a long time, it's kind of surreal when you pass it, because this is just like insane to me that this is the next goal for our huge team is Diamond. Guys, that's not very far off too. I just want to let you know we're closer than we think to huge, huge goals. I know last month I just wanted to recognize some of the rank ups that were some of the very exciting rank ups at the very end of the month, like the 11th hour, literally. Lisa Winters ranked up to Senior Ruby. Yay, Lisa! Rachel Anderson hit gold. I don't know if she's on this call. Gretchen, yay Gretchen, she hit gold. Chantel was also gold. There is many senior silvers, and a lot of you hit point goals that you have never seen before.
Sorry, Megan.
Yeah.
Am I the only one who can't hear you? I don't know. I could hear you earlier, but now I can't hear you at all.
I don't know. I'm not muted. Can you all hear me? Yeah?
Everybody else can hear?
Can you hear it if you unmute?
I don't know what's happened to them.
Sometimes if the sound goes off, people call in from their phone so they can hear from their phone. And I don't know if that would work. Or sometimes shutting down and trying to restart the call. I know sometimes this happens.
Can she hear you?
Could you hear me?
Do you think I should log off and then try to log back on? Yeah? Okay, I'm going to log off and then try to log back on, okay?
Okay, perfect. So anyways, so proud of everyone. I know y'all have worked very hard, and it's I feel like it's all uphill from here. Maybe I should say downhill from here, because meaning there are so many things in place with the new products, just the new back office, so many things revealed at convention that are super, super exciting. So tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to chat it up about convention and the things that people gleaned and their takeaways. So we're going to open it up for everyone that was there to share just a quick, like their top takeaways. And then Carrie and I are going to chat about Leaders Retreat as well, because that's the next big thing that's coming up. So I just wanted to say really quick, if you are one that did not make it to convention, just know that all is not lost. The very first year that I started Plexus, I considered going to convention, and I even won the little entry fee, I think, like it was waived, and so I was like, oh, well, maybe I should go. But it just wasn't the right timing, and we ended up going to homeschool conference instead, and guess what? I returned the next year as a jewel. Carrie and I, was that your first convention too? Yeah, our first convention, we were jewels. So
yeah, because I wasn't able to go my first year either. I joined like a month after my first year, and then the following year I wasn't able to go. So yes, the last 2 years I've been jewel.
Which is encouraging, because even if you weren't at convention, you can still learn, you can still grow, you can still build a team. But I will say, it's not an excuse to not be there next year. Like if you're here as an ambassador, be there next year for sure. Just because there's so much gleaned at an in-person event, it's hard to really convey everything that was there. Can you go with Wills? Yeah, let's go with Wills. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. We have someone that didn't take a nap today. Okay, so yeah, next year, definitely mark it on your calendar. It will be, I think the dates will be announced at Leaders Retreat, and also the location. And just know, it seems like there's always something that
Actually,
you know. Yeah, what's up?
I think location is actually Super Saturdays when they finally announce location, but dates do come out earlier.
Okay, perfect. So anyways, I just wanted to say, be there next year with us, guys. There's gonna be a lot of us. It'll be so exciting. So, okay. Well, I just wanted to, I'll just kind of call on people that I can see at least that were at convention. Okay, so Janelle, do you want to go first? You can share your top takeaways, the things that you learned, the things that stuck out to you.
Certainly. Well, there's almost too much that sticks out to start in with. It was an incredible experience. And what I wanted to share a little bit about, though, was our new tool, Lexi. I have, I'm a little bit of a techie person, so I like that kind of thing anyways. But Lexi has got the potential to really change how you do business. And it's, for some of us who are really busy moms, it is going to be incredible time management tool. It has allowed me already to be reaching out to prospects with great information with very little time invested on my part. So I think, isn't it yet today they can still get the special?
Mm-hmm.
So
it ends today.
It ends today. Guys, I want to really encourage you to do the 3-month trial. It's $15 for the 3 months. It's really, let me just give you a quick example. On the airplane on the way home, I sat next to a guy who is a chemist for the federal government in the U.S. Patent Office. He was very intrigued as Angie and I sat there in our Plexus gear about what is Plexus. So as we started to share, of course, he wants to pick apart ingredients because he's a chemist. That's what he does. And so he was really interested. But what was cool is I pulled up my phone and said, hey, I know you'd really like some more information. Let me just add you in to my little app here. Give me your email, give me your phone, and you'll get a couple emails from me that'll give you a lot more information and allow you to research it. Well, he was like, oh, that would be terrific. He was all in. And so I did, and it sent immediately. I knew he had a layover in Atlanta, just like we did. And Lexi had told me that he had already accessed the first email that I sent him while he was sitting there for his layover. And he has sent me 2 emails asking questions, following up. But I didn't have to do anything other than plug his email and phone number into my app. And he's getting a lot of information. So huge time saver for me reaching out to a prospect. The other thing I like about it is the organization that it gives me. So as I plug these people in, I also get an email telling me what they're getting. And so I was able to, I just went into my email and I set up folders to slide each of those into. And then like this morning, when I first got ready to go on my power hour, I could just pull up my folder and see who I needed to follow up with in a very quick and efficient manner without having to go through my notebook or anything like that. I had it right there in front of me. So I'm sure that there's going to be a few bugs with Lexi. Be prepared for that. It is a new app. But all in all, I have been just totally impressed with what I think it's going to do for us, and the time it's going to save us, and it gives us the opportunity to share very accurately with these people, especially about our new products. I'm not real well versed in our new products yet. I've read it, but this shares with our new products with our prospects very accurately. And I love that they put great psychology into how they worded things. And I can tell that when I see the responses I'm getting. One of my new ambassadors that I added to the ambassador one, after she got the first email from me on the ambassador one, sent me just the sweetest email that email from Lexi had inspired. And it was really a motivator for her. And I didn't have to put it together, guys. I was able to give her motivation pre-packaged, so to speak. So that's my little plug. It's for Lexi. Get out there yet tonight. Get your deal. And I think you're going to find it to be just an incredible tool.
Awesome. Yes, I need to go do that. Oh, Carrie has her up. Awesome. Okay, so everyone that hasn't done that yet, definitely utilize that. That'll be a huge, huge game changer, like time saver. Okay, Denise and Michael, so we're going to share a little bit of the top takeaways. You guys can unmute if you're ready.
He's sharing.
Yeah, I'll share.
Okay, awesome.
Great. Yeah, this was our first time at the convention, and I was excited to see the family of Plexus people, the people sharing with one another, helping one another out. That was a huge eye-opener for me, and the belief that I walked away from there with. I want to share a few things from Carrie Wilkerson and some from the men's group, and also from Les Brown that stood out to me. Carrie, she's such a little fireball. A lot of excitement there, and definitely a leader. But what she said about our belief becomes our truth, and beliefs about ourselves. Mm-hmm. There's opportunities, and what we believe can be dangerous. So, you know, how we've grown up, things we've taken on from our families, the belief about ourselves, that was such a huge eye-opener to me, because that's what was holding me back from moving forward. So I'm excited. I was sharing a lot today. This, you know, I don't know what else to say. I'm so excited. It's crazy. She also said, "Be the change you wish to see." we're representing Plexus, and when I take these products, it's changing me. I'm losing weight. I'm a lot of energy. It's so exciting, and to represent the company that way, and people are noticing. People that I'm around daily. So that's a great thing to take away.
I want to say something quick. Okay. So the other day he ended up, our daughter needed him to go and pick up a piano to move to their house. So when he went to do that, there was 3 pianos that he ended up having to move. And he came home and he's like, oh my goodness, I feel so energized. I moved 3 pianos. I'm not even sore. I'm not even tired. He went to bed. He got up the next morning. He goes, I feel amazing.
Yeah, I was expecting to be down and out like I used to be. Not this time, thanks to ease. In the men's group, Rob Hevley, huge opener, sharing about becoming a student of MLM. We have to be continually learning and building ourselves. So he talked about praying and meditating, starting your day off that way. And for men, he pushed on the reading. Guys don't like to read for some reason. I don't know. We like to, if there's directions, we like to do it first, and then if we fail, then we'll go back to directions. I usually read directions, so I'm not the norm, I guess. But to read 10 pages a day, and on average, that's 15 books per year. So our stack of books that we have, we can get through them in a year, or more. So it's exciting. I've read a couple books already, and I think personal growth, in our prayer time with the Lord, if you're walking with the Lord, and it's huge on the growth end. Victor Antonio, he shared about when your mouth is closed, your business is closed. That's huge. We're representing, we should be talking, we're about the products, we're excited. When we buy something in the store, we want to share it with others. It's the same thing. It's just naturally sharing with people.
We have just a small stack to read.
Oh, yeah.
All the recommendations from everybody at the convention. Yeah. So I got them all.
With Les Brown, take time to work on your mind every day. So that is huge. That meditation part. Going to a Sonia Dunley meeting here a month or so ago, she was talking about using the Repeat app and constantly building your mindset. Those things that, from my growing up, from hearing that things will bring you down and hold you where you're at, and that positiveness to keep you going and bring you out of the shell.
Hey, sorry, real quick. What was the name of that app?
Repeat it.
Repeat it. Okay, thank you.
Someone else's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. And that was something I was always accepted.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling I couldn't go any farther. But I can. And so I'm excited about that.
He's excited.
Think positively, get beyond your circumstances, and build on each other's beliefs and learn from the leaders. So that's why I feel this time with the group of people like this, convention, all those things there's such a team building spirit, and you hold that vision and that belief. So that was my takeaway.
Very good. Thank you. Michael, I don't think I've ever heard you say that much at one time.
Me neither.
I'm usually agreeing.
That's awesome. Denise, were you planning to share, or is he?
Well, I was just going to, just kind of piggyback on what he said, just the whole being together, all, it would just pumps you up. I mean, it can't help but just get you so excited. And if you ever didn't believe that you could do this, after being there and listening and seeing everybody and meeting new friends and oh my goodness, you have so much positiveness. It's just like there's no way I can't do this. I can do this, and so go ahead.
What was it, Les, that said that Vegas welcomed the biggest family reunion
Yeah.
Vegas has ever seen, and it is. It's just like one big family there, and yeah, like you said, you can't help but be uplifted and all that good stuff when you're there.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yes, awesome. Okay, let's see. Is Angie on here? Stephanie is. Stephanie, you want to unmute and share? We can't see your face though. She'll pop on here. There you are.
Hello. I'm sorry. I'm making dinner and feeding dogs, and I'm going to sit down now. Okay. Yes. So one of my biggest takeaways, I'd say, from convention. Here, lay down, baby. There was a few. I absolutely loved what they are doing to the back office. That made me so excited. I can't even tell you. Like, one of the things that just thrilled me to pieces was when they said they're going to link all of the studies to each product. So when people go in your back office to look at a product, all these green personalities out there, or people who suddenly turn green because they don't really, want to do it. So anyway, all the studies are going to be right there. And I am so excited about that. I don't have to go digging for them. I don't have to go looking for them. I can just refer them to one place. So that made me really excited. I loved that you're going to be able to see what's going on in your team. Like, there's going to be a place where you can go look at individual people in your team and see what they're doing with their PV, their ambassadors, who's coming up to what, when, so you can better follow up with them. So I thought that was incredible. I'm super excited about the back office. And something that just blessed my heart was talking about what Michael and Denise were talking about too. It's really a family atmosphere. Like, I was so surprised at how many people I'd never met before and may never meet again, at least, outside of a Plexus convention, treated you like they were just the sweetest people. I've never met so many. Are you
Megan, you're muted.
Are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. My Wi-Fi kind of cut in and out. It was amazing to walk through the halls and see people praying together. And being at places like at Winter's Dinner, I turn around and half the table has their heads bowed and they're just praying together. Like, I came home feeling this additional desire to strengthen my walk, my personal walk with the Lord, and I don't feel like my business is not spiritual enough to talk to God about, if that makes sense. I'd kind of been feeling like it just seemed too selfish of a thing to talk about to God. And so that was a huge, eye-opening moment for me. It was like, no, God cares about everything. And I need to get my heart right about this. Is about helping people and loving people, not just with the products, but also with the business. And see, I had a lot of just light bulb aha moments. And they weren't all from the amazing speakers. And there were some incredible speakers. Some of them were just, throughout the days. It was really awesome. And all the babies. There were hundreds of Plexus babies. That was so cool.
So that's no excuse not to come next year. Bring your baby.
Or pregnant.
That's
Well,
right.
Half of them were either pregnant or carrying a baby.
It's true. I met a gal with a 3-week-old baby.
Yes.
I mean, it was awesome.
And really, it's hard to convey. I mean, we can give you the high points, but you really have to go to really get a feel for what the whole culture is. Yeah.
Yes.
So, is there anyone else on the call that was there? Maddie, I wasn't sure if she was on here. Angie, I think, is at VBS. Justin is at an elders meeting, and I texted him a picture of us having fun. He said, he wanted you guys to know. He said, I will share a separate Facebook Live on the team page to share his takeaways. Tell them I'm at an elders meeting, but that's going way over, but I am fired up about Plexus. So your leader is still fired up. He's just not on the call up tonight. But Casey Powell, she's a fitness, she owns a gym, fitness girl, totally gung-ho with Plexus, but she's at a baseball game tonight for her son. And she said the biggest overarching thing of the whole event was belief. She said it just grew her belief. She said right company, right products, right time. And she worked her tail off at convention as well, because she was in just in Plexus mode. She's like, I love it. And she signed, I think, 4 people, maybe more, probably more. But which leads me to the next thing. I did want to make a shout out. You guys saw on the team page the top PV people for the month of May. And really, when we look at the numbers, and this was brought up to me from a friend when I first started Plexus. She's like, aren't you going to be afraid that you're going to start seeing numbers instead of people? And really, guys, we see numbers, but each of those numbers represent people that have gotten their lives back, people that are getting healthier, new people that have joined our team. And if you're new tonight, I just want to say welcome. Like, you have joined an awesome team. The culture, I mean, you guys are going to be so blessed. So when we celebrate things like top PV, can you guys hear me? My internet is unstable for some reason. Hopefully we're okay. Okay, but anyways, I did want to celebrate the top recruiters. Al was actually the top. Between March through May, she has helped 24 people start a Plexus journey. Angie Amberzetti was number 2. She's helped 19. Amy Booker is number 3, 17. Kathleen Harbin, 13. Stephanie Watt, 11. And Melody Detweiler, 10. And then there is also in the top, I'm just going to list off the names: Ruth Mann, Rachel Anderson, Katie Donovan, Christy Armstrong, Lisa Winters, Jocelyn Pritchard, Becca Littlefield, Billy Thomas, and Cassie Johnson. So congrats, guys. All right, our team is full of just such sweet people, helping people get healthy, helping people start businesses. I just wanted to recognize Stephanie Watt that just spoke. She is a silver ambassador, and actually senior silver. She's going to be gold very soon. But she got the prize for the top, the person with the best retention from March through May. And so that was a little incentive that we ran in March, and so now we're celebrating that. So way to go, Stephanie. She's going to be doing a Facebook Live on Friday morning, so tune in, or maybe we haven't decided what time, but Friday she's going to be doing a video to share what she's doing to build her business and how she's training people on keeping convenience orders on and being consistent with the products. So I just wanted to give some shout outs there. Super excited also because there's going to be a lot of promotions this month. They're just, hang on to your hat. Actually, the next 3 months are going to be really big. So excited about that.
Hey, Megan.
Yeah.
Can I just say something?
Sure.
So our awesome leader, Megan, so she skipped a couple sessions and was working in her hotel room like a mad woman. And so we just want to give her a shout out for just being a great leader, working hard, even at convention, and ranked up to Sapphire. Megan.
Thank you, guys. Actually, with a team effort, really. I mean, we were close. I mean, it was close to Sapphire. I mean, we were sharing the points, and There's several people pushing still for rank ups. So it was like this huge team energy effort to make it happen. And it was very exciting. I think Ruby was very much a nail biter for me, and Sapphire, definitely. So yeah, it's exciting. If you're brand new,
Emerald was a little bit of a nail biter. It was in the last couple of days.
That was a push too, yeah. But yeah, it's exciting, and it's all about teamwork, you know. Wait, I can't do this by myself. You guys can't do it by yourselves. It's getting your team to work together for sure. Carrie, you want to share next with your top takeaway?
Sure. So if you weren't at convention, you probably didn't realize that they have rank sessions. So they have a ambassador silver session, they have a gold senior gold session, they have a ruby senior ruby session, they had an emerald session this year and a sapphire diamond session together. So it was nice because Megan ranked up the night before, so she got to go to the sapphire one, and I was able to go to the emerald, and Justin and I were actually talking. We had somebody in every session this year, which was awesome. So I thought that was really cool. So anyway, so I was just going to share a little bit about what, just some pointers that my speaker said in the emerald session, because I figured a lot of you would share some of the exciting things. I'm kind of I don't remember who said it now, the back office. I cannot wait. I'm so excited about the back office. But obviously the new products, Lexi, all those amazing things that they came out with are great. But I just want to share a few things with you. So in each one of the rank sessions, every session had 3 points. There was build yourself, build your brand, and build your business. So all 3, and so we each had 3 speakers, and 1 speaker spoke about each one of those. So anyway, so in the build yourself session, I'm just going to kind of read some things that they said, that just things that really stuck out to me. In the build yourself, don't address any team needs until your IPA is done. It is so crucial that you guys take care of your business first before your teams. And as I'm sure Megan is the same way, and the higher up you get, the harder I feel like that is, because your team just gets bigger. But make sure that you are really focusing on your needs and your business before you help, those team needs, as she called them. She put it in quotes. She's like, no, those team needs, they will still be there. Don't camp out at failure. You have to fail your way to success. Don't let it get you down. Keep moving. Talk about making adjustments, not failure. So when you feel like you have failed, whenever, you cold message somebody and they send, a nasty message back, don't camp out at that. Move on. Don't let it, don't dwell on it. Stop looking at failures as the end all and think of what could I do to adjust. So no, you can't control that message you got, but what could you do, for your next message, or, just move on. Don't worry about it. Growth is the reward, not the rank. So she talked a lot about not focusing on your rank. She talked about, think about things that have improved since Plexus. I'm a better leader. I'm a better mom. I'm a better person. Think about those things. Stop looking at the rank and look at the growth that your personal growth that you've had. This was one that I feel like I had a hard time with at the beginning. And she said, it's okay to find new friends. And I feel like being at convention, it's really easy to look around and, I don't know, somebody said it even maybe it was Carrie who said these are your people. And we're not saying only at Plexus friends. We're just saying if people are negative and not supportive, don't let them bring you down. It's okay to kind of, it's okay to kind of, separate yourself a little from the negativity, because, what you are doing is a good thing. You are helping people. We're on a rocket ship. You are doing the right thing. God put you here for a reason. I loved this analogy. She said, be a river, not a reservoir. She's like, how many of you want to swim in a reservoir? Ew. Nobody wants to be in a reservoir with you. She said, be the river. It's fresh, clean water. It's always flowing. It's always moving. I really liked when she said that. I thought that was really good. So she said, you are a river, be a river. The most important person you will ever lead is you. You have to lead you first. It kind of goes back to just working on yourself and making sure you're doing your business first. In the build your brand section, a couple things that stuck out to me. People don't most people do not want to join the business. They want to join you.
Mm-hmm.
And that Megan and I can probably attest to that just being in longer, but we notice people will join, certain people other than, maybe who they first heard it from, or, people will join you because of you. So you want to brand yourself well, I don't know, we just talked about making sure you're building your brand and making sure it's a good brand. Your attitude determines your altitude. How high do you want to go? Is your brand, I like this one a lot. Is your brand in alignment with corporate core values? If you guys don't know the corporate core values, I wrote them down because I probably didn't remember them either. It's trustworthy, responsible, honest, and reliable. Does your brand align with those 4 things? Just something to keep in your mind. Then building your business, I wrote down again, take care of yourself first. We had a sweet Diamond that she just went Diamond in April, and she's like, shower, get dressed, eat breakfast, hug your husband, kiss your kids, get them to school. Then you message your people, you follow up, you do your IPA, you read your scriptures. She goes, then you answer questions and deal with your team. It just kept going, make sure you get yourself in line first, and then, you can do those things. She said, questions can always wait. You can answer later. She said, sometimes, she goes, it's overwhelming, probably more like the higher up you get, especially at her rank, because she ranked really fast. She said, I'll take 10 to 15 minutes, 2 to 3 times a day and answer questions real quick, but then I put it away. She's like, I don't mess with it. And then she just talked about how helping your teammates go silver is the coolest thing. And it doesn't matter how long I've been in the business or how, many people I've seen go silver. Watching people go silver and rank to any rank is so much more exciting than watching yourself do it. It's something, I know Megan's shaking her head. Yes. There's something about watching your people succeed and watching, it doesn't matter if you have 1 person on your team or you have 10, help them go silver and it will ignite a fire under you. It's so exciting. I can't explain it. So, I think that's kind of all. I kind of tried to go fast there, but those are some of my favorite things that I wrote down that I have 5, 6, 7 pages of notes just from the Emerald sessions. So anyway, that's all I'll go with.
Yeah, thank you, Carrie, for sharing. And thank you to everyone that has shared so far. I'm just going to share a few of the takeaways that I got. There was some main sessions, and then there was the breakaway sessions with the training specific for rank, which was interesting. But I really like Carrie Wilkerson, the Barefoot executive. She doesn't mince words. She lays it out there. But she was talking about belief. That was the theme of the convention, was believe. She said, believe in yourself and get over yourself. Keep going until you believe. When I look back to the beginning of my Plexus journey, I did not have very much belief, but what I started doing was I started researching like a crazy lady about the products. And so when I look back and I think when I started sharing a little bit, kind of dabbling, posting a little bit on Facebook, I had belief. And my belief was in the products. That's what my belief started in. Then I had to get some belief in myself because I was very fearful. I was super scared. I was afraid of what people were going to think. But you know what? I still had belief because I remember telling Justin, I'm like, there's no reason I can't be a diamond. I'm going to be a diamond. I verbalized that. And if you're struggling with belief right now, start working on that. So working on belief in the products, go get some research, go in your back office under the shareables, go to YouTube and listen to videos. If you are struggling with belief in yourself, plug into that secret code to success book. That's super, super helpful. A lot of times what we have in our brain is called head trash. And we've been dealing with thoughts in our own mind or fears from our own mind or from outside of ourselves. Fears that it just holds us back and keeps us in a cage. And so
and after you're done reading that one, read What to Say When You Talk to Yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one.
Yes, what we're saying, it might be even subconscious, affects everything in our lives. It affects our families, our marriages, our Plexus Business is everything. So it's highly beneficial, like Michael was saying, to plug into personal growth, personal development. And if you're struggling with belief in the business, go listen to some comp plan videos, go learn more about the Plexus Business, because it is one of a kind. It has it's an opportunity like no other. And we're so excited, so passionate. And that's why we're still sharing Plexus with people. That's why we're on the call tonight, right? So I really liked Carrie because she is so, oops, there's some feedback here. She doesn't mince words. She just lays it all out there. She just said, no excuses. I hashtag that, no excuses. Excuses are lies that no one believes but you. Excuses are lies that no one believes but you. She said, road bumps are not stop signs. So kind of like what Carrie was saying, fail your way to success. And I liked this quote, being realistic is the most commonly traveled road to mediocrity. So if you're on the call tonight, that shows me that you're not normal, that you're one of the 3%ers, that you're encouraged, that you're engaged, that you're wanting to learn more. And that is going to help you be successful. And that continued action over time is what will bring you success. So Jen Hawkins, Julia Carty, and Brooke Hemingway were the Sapphire Diamond trainers, and excellent. Jen talked about discipline, gratitude, routine, and she was just really, really honing in on positivity and how positivity breeds positivity. And she even used Philippians 4:8. She's like, meditate on these things. Mindset matters. What we think matters. It comes through in our conversations with people. That's the spirit that's in our mind comes through on a Facebook post and Facebook messages. If you're scared, if you're not confident, if you're fearful, that comes through. So working on our mindset is so key. And I was like, how awesome is this that we have trainers using God's word and saying, meditate on this. That's important. So I love that. Julia Carty, some of these diamonds I don't know. Actually, a lot of them I don't know. Jen Hawkins, I think she's a famous one. Julia Carty, I hadn't really ever listened to any training by her, but she was talking about branding. And when we post on Facebook, even prior to posting about Plexus, you have a brand. What do people, scroll your Facebook, what were the three things people say that you love? So go to your Facebook wall when we're done with this and scroll and see, what do I love? You may not even be aware, but being intentional about, what would people say that I track with? For me, it would probably be, I hope it would be Jesus, family, Plexus, maybe my garden, music. So those would be kind of my brands, I would say. And I love that she said, be you. Don't try to copy me or another diamond or another jewel. Just be you. She said, build a team of ordinaries. She said, people don't want to feel like they have to be like the sorority girl or the supermodel or even the stay-at-home mom. Like, people want to be able to be them and do this, right? We can build a team of people that are just everyday people that share Plexus with people and build business. So that's the awesome thing, is you don't have to be any certain type or any certain way. And she also said, scroll your Facebook to see from the eyes of your prospects. We're not posting to Plexus people, right? We're posting to prospects. We're wanting to kind of pull them in, invite them in to learn more, to intrigue them, right? And I would say the majority of the things that I took away from the training was from Brooke Hemingway. And she got up there. She's pregnant with her 6th baby. She's from Hawaii. She went diamond in 11 months. Is that right? Very, very quickly. A year, maybe. She went super fast. And she said, you know what? I feel like the new mom with 1 baby up here, and all of you guys in the audience have like 6. She's like, I don't feel like I should be up here sharing. But she was the #1 convention credit earner. Her team is at the top of Plexus. She is doing something right. And guys, it's nothing but simple things. And I loved her humility, how she shared. I'm just going to share some of the things that she shared with us. So I'm not sure that this was from her, but I had this at the top of my notebook, and I thought it was really good. 80% of our self-talk is negative. Stop complaining. Start being aware of what you're saying to yourself. If you hear things like, oh, they would never want to do Plexus, or, oh, I could never do this, or I'm such a bad mom. Like those negative things that start like just pop in your brain, that's negative self-talk, and we have to flip those around. Make it into a positive affirmation. Start using scripture. Start meditating on things that are true, not believing lies.
That's what I feel like that book, whenever I read it, the What to Say When You Talk to Yourself, it sounds like a funny book, but like as I read it, it was so eye-opening to see how much negative talk, and even like things I say to my kids or things, I say to other people. It's like you don't realize the things you say. And so 80%, that's amazing. I mean, it's not good, but that's such a high number. But anyway, that book is another, After Secret Code of Success, read it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like Terry Wilkerson kept saying, when you start doing the head trash, what are you supposed to do? Stop it.
Exactly. But I really appreciated Brooke and her humility. And she asked these questions. Why am I doing this? Who am I serving? Do I know where I'm going? So this goes back to kind of the basics of make sure if you're a brand new ambassador that's on here tonight, make sure you have a why. Make sure you have a reason that you're dabbling or running or interested or engaged with Plexus. Why am I doing this? Your why will fuel you. When you have a bad day, when you get a discouraging letter, when the little balloon pops, you'll go back to your why. Oh yeah, that's why I'm doing this. I can keep going.
Where you can see it every day.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I would say right up there with that would be goals. Have a goal. Have a goal for the month. Have a goal for the year. So a big goal and then a smaller goal. Break it down. I loved this. She said when she went senior Ruby, which is the one rank away from the Emerald level when you earn the Lexus and the free trip to Hawaii, she had 5 white lines. Now, if you're brand new and you don't have a team yet, a white line means someone that started Plexus and then quit. And having only 5 people on a team of probably 300 people, having only 5 of them not be active, that is outstanding. That's incredible. So what she said, her positive affirmation was, I am a master of retention. I mean, the people she signs up, she retains. They don't quit on her. And she said what they did is they really realized that the people that joined their team needed to have positive results. They had to have good success. And she said it came from really making sure they got started well in the products, that they were followed up with, that they were taken care of really well. She said she's from a very tiny town, probably, I think she said 2,000 people in Hawaii. And she said she knew that it would either make or break her business for people to have good results. I mean, she wanted them to have good results. And so I thought that was very interesting. And she said when they sign ambassadors, they have an honest expectation for people. They say this is a 90-day commitment. And the ambassador option is designed, the products are designed for you to be on them for at least 90 days or longer, and that you're committing to 100 PV a month. And she said if they're not willing to do that, then she says, you know what, I don't want your money, I don't need your money, you're not ready to start Plexus yet. And she was at a place, I don't know if you guys know her story, you need to go listen to some of her training. She's a nurse, fitness trainer. Her husband's an emergency room doctor. She's like, I didn't need Plexus for the money. And prior to Plexus, she never ever took supplements. So she has a really interesting story. She said, assume nothing with your new ambassadors. She said, you have to tell them what to do. And I would say, when you're signing people, you have to tell them what to do. I ask them questions. I say, what's your commitment level? And then once they tell me like, oh, I just want to try it for 60 days just to see if it works. I'm like, okay, you're a preferred customer and this is what you do. And if they say, no, I'm willing to give it 6 months. I want to see what it'll do. I want to stay consistent. Then I said, okay, well, you need to be an ambassador. Hop in, be consistent, get the wholesale pricing. That's a no-brainer. Brooke said that she is a Nazi about convenience orders. She said they have to be turned on. She said if someone doesn't turn it on, they get a little note from her that says, hey, you forgot your convenience order. Let's get that set up. The reason why those are so important is because we want the people to be consistent with the products and to utilize their money back guarantee. And we don't want the 30-day, what does Justin call them? One-shot wonders. People that are on the products for 30 days. There's not enough to see results. Really, they're wasting their money if they're not going to be on it for more than a month. And then she said they're also Nazis about IPAs. She said, we tell people, our team, clean your potties first. Which to me, I feel like that's kind of a negative connotation. IPAs can be fun. I mean, it's just cold messaging. You're just not even cold messaging, just reaching out to people. Because guess what? People are busy. They do this with Facebook. Scroll, 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 scroll. Cool. She's doing that. Oh, they're doing this. Oh, cool. Kids are cute. They don't necessarily stop and park on things. And so when they get a little private message like, hey, girl, I really see that you could benefit from Plexus. Have you ever looked into it? Breathe belief into them if they'd be great at that business. Invite them to check out the products. So that's why those little private messages are so important and why we need to be sending about 5 a day. You have to go out and on the call. And then she said, if you are excited, they will be excited too, meaning your team. And this has been, I heard this several times at convention that really this business is 90% enthusiasm and passion and only about 10% skill set. So guys, that's encouraging. If you can be excited, people are going to join you. So she said, a road without obstacles leads nowhere. She said, serve somebody. And I love it. I just loved this coming from the top, saying, serve somebody, have an outward focus, ask your team, how can I help you this week? She said, it's a lie that you're not good enough, and it's a lie about balance. She said, balance is a lie. And this is something which I think whatever you're engaged in life, balance is always, you're always trying to balance things, right? She said harmony is the thing to go for. Or is your life in harmony? So I liked that little word change. She said self-care is important. She reiterated the need for Sabbath to fill your own cup. And then I would also just say there was a couple takeaways. So that was the main things from her. And then from Les Brown, he had some good stuff to say, which...
Hey, before you go on real quick.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Emily Gibson, who is under Brooke, talked a lot about you can't, spill from an empty cup. And she actually did a demonstration with marbles and rocks and sand and like showing how you have to fill that up first before you can give to anyone else. So yeah, it's so important to take care of you first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and Les Brown had some good things, but I think that we'll just, because I want to be respectful of everyone's time, we wanted to talk a little about Leaders Retreat. That's a special trip that you can earn as a Plexus ambassador. And this year it's at Disney World in Orlando, Florida. We're super excited about the location. But Carrie and I wanted to share a little bit about, we just wanted to share about it because the first year that I was in Plexus, I thought, I didn't even know that I could earn it. But then as I got closer, I'm like, I earned it. That's cool. But I didn't really tell my team. I didn't know if they could earn it. And actually, Wendy Lawson, I don't know if she's on the call tonight, but she's going to be sharing tomorrow morning at 10:30 how she mapped it out. Because she got really close. She was like a month away from the end of the contest, and she realized that she had 10 people that she needed, to join her team, and then she could earn it. And so she's going to share tomorrow how she did that. But we just wanted to hop on and say that it's really difficult to earn it, but it's going to take work. It's going to take push. It's going to take drive. And excitement, enthusiasm, and a map. You'll have to have a plan. And so Carrie and I wanted to share a little bit. I know Carrie was going to share.
I also wanted to point out that this trip is an earned trip. It's not like convention where everyone can go. You actually do have to earn a spot there. But like Megan said, it's doable. But it is work. And I'm the same as Wendy. I actually and Megan. My first year, I joined in mid-July, and at that time, the contest went until mid-September. So I had 2 months, but it wasn't on my radar whatsoever, and I didn't actually share Plexus with anybody the first couple weeks, and I earned it in about a month and a half. So it is doable, but it's definitely work. So anyway, Megan, I don't know, you were talking about mapping it out. Do you want me to show those things I was going to?
Yeah, I think that we should talk about, because there's a certain number of credits that you need, and each person that joins you as an ambassador as an ambassador, you get through your 1 through 4 levels, you get 10 points apiece for each ambassador that joins. And then you also get credit off of your personal volume, which are your orders plus, your customers' orders.
Doesn't it have to be with the ambassadors have to have a welcome pack too to count, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then customers have to have at least 50 PV to count for the 10 points.
Yeah. So we were just looking at the numbers and I've posted it all to our team page too. If you're curious, download some of those little graphics, the ones that you like or that you track with, and map out like how many people that you need to add on your team and how much PV you want.
I don't know if you can see that.
There's a little.
This is one of them that one of our sidelines, Alicia Inman, made, and basically all the ones that are highlighted out at the top. Sorry, I have paint on my fingers. That's what you have to have those in order to earn it. And then each one of the circled things are the different prizes. But this would be a good way right now, while the convention contest isn't in our back office, for you to track as you get people, cross off one of those boxes. As you get a customer, cross off. As your team gets them, cross them off. Same with PV. When you hit 500 PV, you know that you just got, I think it's 75 points. There's also another one that looks like this, and it has June, July, August, and it splits it up by ambassador and customer and PV. And so it's got, these are all, I think you said on the team page, right, Megan?
Mm-hmm.
I need to put them on my other team page, but download one of these so you guys can track where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much more helpful to visualize it and see it.
Yeah. And I think a meeting with your team would be really, really helpful to get a game plan, because you can get there on PV alone and your own ambassadors, but it's going to be a lot easier if you engage your team and find out, 1, who wants to go with you, or 2, who's willing to, at the very least, go silver and get 500 PV.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a lot of your people on your team to be adding 3, you start multiplying, you start duplicating your own efforts. It's not just you over there on the hamster wheel.
Yes. And it kind of goes back to watching your team go silver. Team up with some of your team and earn it together. Work together to get, your teammates there with you.
That's what makes the event so fun too.
Yes. Yeah, Leaders Retreat's different than convention. To be honest with you, okay, I've earned it 3 years now, and every year I've had to miss it for something very, I had parent-teacher conferences last year. I'm a teacher part-time, for those of you who don't know. And one year my brother-in-law got married, so the whole family was in the wedding. And the first year, like I said, I earned it, but I didn't know I earned it until 2 weeks before the trip, and there was no way I could have pulled it off. So anyway, I do know that Leaders Retreat is a lot different than convention. It's a lot more fun, and you're not as busy. Convention, it's kind of like meeting, event. And Leaders Retreat, it's like you've got an event during the day, and then you've got more free time. So it's definitely something you want to earn.
And it's usually at a fun place. So they give you there's time in the schedule for going and touring or sightseeing, fun stuff like that. And there's there's different dinners and things like that. So it's definitely something that you want to work towards. It's very fun and encouraging. You get built up, and it's good just to get your teams going, to work toward a goal. That really helps motivate everyone. Okay, I just wanted to highlight, so I want to keep things super simple in June. The secret to Code to Success, definitely plug in. If you haven't gotten that book yet, go get it. It's that good. And go back and search on the team page, Secret Code, and those videos will pop up, the ones for each week, and just work through it. It's that important, that beneficial. And then we have Jessica Heffley is leading the 15 days to restart your business here. Well, it started yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. So definitely plug into that. It's just simple things to do every day that's going to grow your business. I did her first challenge group that she did was called Maui Momentum, and I was determined to get to Maui, or to get to Hawaii. I think I was senior gold when I did her challenge group, and I promoted to Ruby that same month that I did that. And I was determined. She helped me get the tools that I needed, because I thought I was working Plexus, but she gave specific things to do on a daily basis that really helped grow my business. So definitely utilize that training, plug into that. It's on the team page. If you haven't plugged into that, it's not too late. You can go back and do the little assignments that she gave. And then next Monday, we start the 7-day challenge. So we kind of have done one back to back, but I felt like a lot of us felt like we needed to move it up earlier in the month so that we had time to work with those people that were in the group and just get them signed up as ambassadors and not have to rush. So I want to keep it super simple. There's other things going on the diamond pages, but I'm trying to keep our one team simple because I don't want people to get overwhelmed and then check out. So that's the thing is 7-day challenge and the business building group. And then
Yes.
I would just say keep it super simple. Keep it back to the basics. Anything that we offer is just a tool to help you. So sometimes it's almost like a struggle to know what to plug into, but just keep it super simple. Pick 1 or 2 things. That's what I would suggest. So,
And a lot of the stuff, like I know for sure, the Secret Code of Success and Jessica's thing, those things are recorded. They are saved. I mean, that group, once that 15 days is up, she's not going to close that group. So like if you can't start right now, start next week, start whenever maybe it's convenient for you. And she has it all labeled, day 1, part 1, day 1, part 2. And so, I mean, you can go and do those things. Like Megan said, if it's not a good time right now, just do it whenever it is, but do it because it's so helpful. They're such helpful tools. So same with Secret Code of Success. If you're behind or if you haven't started the book, all the videos are together.
yes.
I don't know if you posted that catch-up thing, but I posted it too. You can go back and watch it. Just search the team pages and they're there. So I just really, really encourage you guys to do those things.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions? We're not going to take a whole lot of time for questions, but if anyone had something pressing, unmute real quick and we can help you. I just wanted to say too, new Slim, Vital Biome, new X Factor. I'm blown away by Plexus and how they're on the forefront, how they're just addressing health needs. I'm super, super excited. So go watch some videos and educate yourself about that. Be posting about it, sharing it on Facebook. And the one thing I would say is if you've been in Plexus for any time, if you're not brand new, you might have some people that have stopped Plexus. Go back and reach out to those people. Don't write them off because I've learned after being into Plexus for 2 years is that people restart. And if you haven't been engaging and chatting with them, those people, in your downline that maybe don't do Plexus anymore, if you're not engaging them, they will restart. Many times they'll restart. And we want them to restart with us, right, on our team. So be reaching out to those people. I'm going to be personally doing a little incentive and call it a 90-day health journey, just like I did for my potentials, just on open Facebook. I'm going to do some for my level 1 people that have stopped Plexus, and I'm going to try to get them re-engaged. And then I'll give them an incentive after their 3rd month of consistency. So that's a little tip, little idea, maybe to help you re-engage some peeps.
Yeah, don't give up on people. I've been in it almost 3 years, and I've had people tell me no that have come back around.
Yeah.
So don't give up.
Yeah, if I haven't gotten a response from people from last month when I invited them to try the new products, I'm going to reach back out to them and offer them this incentive and this special. Logan said, go for 10% of white lines to come back. And so I already have little chit chats going with people. So sometimes they're just backlogged on product, or they're like, oh yeah, I've been meaning to reorder. So yeah, getting them re-engaged. Janelle?
Yeah, well, one of the statistics they shared at convention that really struck me was they said that over 50% of Americans take a multivitamin, but only 20% of our ambassadors are ordering the X Factor or now the X Factor Plus.
I was blown away by that.
You and me both. So anyways, I already reached out to 2 of mine, and they've both jumped on and ordered the X Factor Plus already.
Mm-hmm. What did you say to them?
What did I say?
Yeah.
I shared with them the short version of the video that's out on the shareables.
Okay.
which gave them just a quick overview. And I said, look, you're telling me you're already taking a multivitamin. Why wouldn't you want to take one of the best multivitamins that's on the market? And then I asked them price points, and they were discovering that price-wise, the X Factor Plus is no different than these silver Centrum something or others they were taking. And I was like, look, you can get a much better quality multi. And so they both jumped on.
That's awesome.
No, I didn't get them totally out of the white line yet because that's all they responded to. But it's at least a first step towards getting them out of the white line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Anyone else have a quick question? Steffi?
I have a question. So, what do you say to your nose? Because I had a friend later and I said, hey, I know, you said no, but I'm just wondering if maybe you'd be interested again. And she's like, I don't know if you remember, but I already told you no. So it was kind of like, okay, shut down. How long do you wait, and what would you say to them if you approach them again? Because I'm very passive, so I'm kind of like, okay, see you later. I'll never talk to you about it ever again.
I'll let Megan talk in a second. I would say for now, just back off. Don't say anything to her. Be consistent with your posting. Continue to interact with her on Facebook, so then she continues to see your stuff. Because Facebook is tricky. It's got lots of little tricks. You need to make sure you're always commenting, especially commenting. Liking doesn't always work. Commenting on other people's pages, because then your stuff is going to show up on their feed. So just continue to interact with her on Facebook. You never know. Someday she may put something on there about, oh, my allergies are driving me crazy. Then that's, in a few months, I reach back out to her if she said that and say, hey, my friend Carrie, hasn't taken allergy medicine in almost 3 years. She used to take it 365 days a year. And, when she got her gut, got to the root of the issue, blah, blah, anything. I would just say for now, leave the messaging alone, but continue to post and interact with her on Facebook so she continues to see your posts.
Okay.
I don't know, Megan, if you have anything to add to that.
Yeah, no, I track with that. I would say the same thing. If I get a hard no, like, hey, I'm not interested, don't ever talk to me about it again, I won't. Like, I don't push that. And it kind of depends on the person, like how well I know them, and if you feel like you could actually reach back out after you get a no from someone, because you know that balance. And
right.
So I think that's the key, is kind of go with your gut feeling. If it's been 1.5 years since you've talked to her about it and you see something that triggers, I would say, reach back out.
Go ahead.
The thing about interacting with her would be huge. Like, even if private messenger on her birthday, hey girl, I thought of you today, happy birthday, hope you're having a great day. I mean, unrelated Plexus stuff is good.
Yes.
Okay.
If someone gives me a different,
I was also gonna. Oh no, I forgot what it was.
Pregnancy brain.
Sorry. Yeah, it is. I was just gonna say, sometimes, like she was saying, feel out the person, but sometimes I'll even ask, may I ask why? Because depending on the person, there are some people, like maybe this girl who's like, I already told you no, maybe not, but there are sometimes I get no's that I'll ask, may I ask why? Or, so sometimes you can kind of re-engage the conversation, because then you can find out why they're against it and maybe talk through it. But yeah, sometimes it's just best to just leave it alone.
Yeah. And when it's a person that you could say, because there has been some times when I've known the person well enough that I'll just be like, hey, I appreciate all perspectives, all opinions. I was just curious why you're not very intrigued by Plexus. I just like to know. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if they're that type of engaging person that's kind and thoughtful and would be happy to share their perspective, then I respect that, even if it might be a completely valid perspective, even if it's
yeah. Tell them you really respect their opinion and would like to know, like she said, all aspects of what they might think. So anyway, sorry, I'm done.
I do push back more than I ever used to. Usually when people would give some objection, like, oh, I can't afford it right now, I would be like, okay, yeah, thanks, sir. Let me message you or whatever. But now I'll be like, oh, I'll push back and be like, okay, and try to engage them more in light of what the objection was exactly. So like, I don't necessarily just take their answer and just not message back, or they say, I can't right now. Well, then I'll keep the ball in my court and say, hey, could I message you? Can I follow up with you next month? Would that be okay? And I'm asking for permission, and most of the time they're like, okay, that's fine. So yeah, it's kind of keeping that ball bouncing back. Carissa Casey has the best wording videos.
Who is it?
Carissa Casey. She's a SAF ambassador under Jessica Heffley. I really have tracked with her wording videos. It's helped me a lot.
Okay.
Okay, so thanks guys for popping on tonight. We're going to have an amazing June. Lots of rank ups, lots of exciting things happening. So, alrighty.
Thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.